Rise, my apprentice.
In the heart of the Empire, Darth Vader is a fearsome figure, commanding respect and fear across the galaxy. Yet beneath the armor, Anakin Skywalker is tormented by the loss of Padmé Amidala. Despite his formidable power, the emptiness within him grows, feeding an obsession with reversing death itself. His life is a constant struggle between his duties to the Emperor and his unrelenting grief, pushing him toward the darkest corners of the Force. Amid his inner turmoil, Vader uncovers ancient Sith texts that speak of a forbidden ritual, one that could bring back the dead. His heart races at the thought of resurrecting Padmé. The ritual requires him to retrieve her essence from the Force and place it into a cloned body. Though he knows the risks, the chance to be reunited with his love drives him to pursue this dark path. Vader is initially hesitant, recognizing the grave dangers of tampering with life and death. The ancient texts warn that resurrecting the dead could have dire consequences, not just for the living, but for the one being brought back. Padmé's essence, after years in the netherworld of the Force, could be irrevocably altered. The ritual could corrupt her mind, leaving her a shadow of her former self, consumed by darkness. Fearful of turning his beloved into a monstrous version of herself, Vader grapples with his conscience, torn between his love for Padmé and the perilous path he must tread to bring her back. Haunted by memories of his life as Anakin Skywalker, Vader finds himself drawn to the love he once shared with Padmé. These memories, vivid and painful, serve as a twisted mentor, urging him toward the ritual. He recalls the promises he made to her, the dreams of a life they never had. The longing to fulfill those promises and rectify his past mistakes becomes an overwhelming force, convincing him that bringing Padmé back is not just possible, but necessary. Resolved to defy the natural order, Vader embarks on a quest to gather the necessary elements for the ritual. He delves into forbidden knowledge, scouring ancient Sith holocrons and darkside artifacts, piecing together the steps required. With each discovery, he moves further from the man he once was, crossing the threshold into a realm of darkness and uncertainty. As he prepares to perform the ritual, the weight of his actions looms large, but his desire to see Padmé again overrides all else. As Vader gathers the components for the ritual, he faces numerous trials. He battles darkside apparitions and navigates treacherous Sith tombs, testing his resolve and strength. Along the way, he encounters an ancient Sith spirit who offers guidance, recognizing a kindred ambition in Vader's quest to defy death. Yet not all he encounters are allies. The Emperor grows suspicious of Vader's activities, and other darkside acolytes seek to undermine him, eager to claim his power for their own. With each confrontation, the stakes grow higher, pushing Vader closer to the brink as he prepares for the ultimate test. With all the components gathered, Vader arrives at a remote, ancient Sith temple, hidden within the dark recesses of a forgotten world. This temple, shrouded in mystery and potent with darkside energy, is the perfect place to perform the ritual. As he descends into the temple's depths, Vader is enveloped by an overwhelming sense of foreboding. Here, in the heart of ancient darkness, he must confront his deepest fears and doubts, preparing to perform the ritual that could either restore his lost love or doom her to eternal corruption. In the heart of the ancient Sith temple, Vader prepares the ritual site, surrounded by arcane symbols and fueled by the raw power of the dark side. As he begins the incantations, the air around him thickens with malevolent energy. The temple trembles as Vader channels the Force, reaching out across the veil of life and death. Padmé's essence, distant and faint, responds to his call. The struggle is immense, the Force resisting his efforts to bridge the natural order. Vader's resolve is tested as never before, battling not only the forces around him, but the darkness within, as he fights to reclaim his lost love from the clutches of death. Against all odds, Vader succeeds in drawing Padmé's essence from the Force. The ritual complete, her cloned body stirs to life, her eyes fluttering open. For a moment, it seems as though Vader's darkest dreams have come true. Padmé is back, her presence in the Force a beacon of light in the darkness that has consumed him. He is overcome with a mix of triumph and relief, believing he has finally conquered death and regained the love he lost. But as Padmé rises, the true consequences of his actions remain to be seen. As Padmé acclimates to her new form, it becomes clear that something is amiss. Though her body is whole, her mind is fractured. haunted by fragmented memories and shadows of her former self. Vader, desperate to salvage their reunion, takes her to a secluded location, hoping time will heal her fragmented psyche. However, whispers of Padmé's return spread, drawing the attention of the Emperor and other forces eager to exploit this miraculous event. As they make their way back to the wider galaxy, Vader must confront the consequences of his actions and protect Padmé from those who would seek to control her, all while grappling with the realization that the Padmé he knew may be lost forever. As Vader confronts the reality of Padmé's altered state, he is forced to reckon with the true cost of his actions. In a moment of clarity, he realizes that his obsession with defying death has only led to more suffering. In a desperate bid to save Padmé from the torment of her fragmented existence, he seeks out the guidance of an ancient Force sect. Through their teachings, he learns to let go of his fear and attachment, allowing him to channel the Force in a new way. In a final act of sacrifice, Vader releases Padmé's essence back into the Force, freeing her from her suffering and finding a measure of redemption for himself. Having released Padmé's essence and come to terms with his own inner turmoil, Vader returns to the galaxy forever changed. He carries with him the wisdom gained from his journey, a deeper understanding of the Force, and the realization that true power lies not in domination, but in acceptance. With this newfound insight, Vader navigates the complexities of his role within the Empire, his actions now tempered by the lessons he has learned. Though the galaxy remains embroiled in conflict, Vader's journey has brought him a measure of peace and the hope that redemption is still possible. This is the end of the story. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if this video gets 500 likes, there will be a part 2.